2023 was a rough year for Pokemon Go, but there were a lot of amazing moments and things that happened, and we're gonna talk about them. Here are the best things Pokemon Go did in 2023. You know what I appreciated about 2023 in Pokemon Go? There were events going on all the gosh darn time. Sometimes too much, I agree, it was a little overwhelming, but there were like 6 to 8 events a month no matter what. We had in-game events, live events, research days, raid days, you name it, man. There was so much going on. There was something to look forward to every single week. Sure, some of them weren't amazing and there were some filler events, but listen, we had events going almost every single day last year. We can appreciate that. There was something to do, something to look forward to, some bonus, some spawn, and I love that. Kept the game semi-fresh for most of the year. And of course, one of the best parts of this last year was that we got the greatest item in Pokemon Go history, the Master Ball. I never thought the day would come. Well, I guess maybe I thought maybe one day, but it was still so surreal to hear it, to see it, to have it. I still have mine. I haven't used it yet. Let me know in the comments if you guys have used your Master Balls. But the Master Ball came to Pokemon Go and everybody was absolutely juiced. It was very readily available. It did take a while to get it done, but it was possible and it's the best item ever. You can guarantee a catch on anything ever out there. Most people have used them on Galarian Legendary Birds. A lot of people have used them on Shundos in the wild or Hundos from raids. Doesn't really matter what you use it on as long as you're having fun. Again, I haven't used mine yet. I'm waiting for that special moment and I know it's coming. But the Master Balls in the game, 2 of them came out last year and I'm assuming one's going to come out with every season, so it seems to be a recurring thing. It's amazing. We love the Master Ball. A massive addition to Pokemon Go. Let's talk 2023 live events. We had the Hoenn Tour in February, which was absolutely amazing. Barring some service issues, it was an incredible event. We got the brand new Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre and people absolutely loved it. The park was incredible. The spawns were awesome. The research was fun. The shinies, there were so many shinies that came out, especially shiny Kecleon. That was a great time. A bunch of other great shinies came out. Beautiful experience. We had wild legendary Latios and Latias. Just a great time overall. I know it was a little rough at first, but the Hoenn Tour was a massive W to me. Then of course we had Pokemon Go Fest in America, Japan, Europe, and globally. Obviously a great time overall. I absolutely had the time of my life in Japan. It was epic. The New York Go Fest was incredible. I'm sure the European one was fun. The global Go Fest was great. No complaints there. We got a ton of shiny Pokemon. Obviously, the boy Mega Rayquaza made his Pokemon Go debut. Goated Pokemon, if not the best Pokemon in the entire game. The coolest Pokemon of all time. We were so hyped for that. DNC came out. Mega DNC came out. There was just a lot going on, man. The Go Fest season was definitely overwhelming. It was a little bit too tight, but it was fun. It was awesome, and we had some beautiful memories made. And you know what else we got a lot of last year? Were shiny Pokemon. I don't know the exact math, but I did like a really rough calculation, and I actually did a full video on this if you guys want to check it out. We got upwards of like 100 new shiny Pokemon last year, and I think that's absolutely amazing. A lot of new shinies dropped, and some amazing shinies dropped. Like, dude, shiny Phantump, shiny Tyrant, shiny Guzzlord, to name a few. It was a great year for shinies in Pokemon Go. And how about the Pokemon Go Plus Plus? Finally, after years and years of having the same old Go Plus device, they drop a new one and it's amazing. We now have the ability to throw Great and Ultra Balls, giving us an even more secure chance to catch those Pokemon automatically. I love my Go Plus Plus. I literally have it right here. This is amazing. It would have been absolutely epic if they allowed this to auto catch with Great and Ultra Balls, but it's still a great purchase. I'm glad we have it, and this was a big W. This one's tough to talk about, but let's talk about it. The Mega Cluster spawns in Pokemon Go. It was short-lived, but it was absolutely amazing. I think it only lasted like 1 to 3 days, but it felt like a brand new game. It was Pokemon Go 2.0, Pokemon Go version 2. It was refreshing. It was exciting. There were so many more Pokemon out there. It made me want to go out and play, even if there was no event going on or a bad event going on. There were Pokemon everywhere. I could check a bunch. I could click a bunch. I can catch a bunch. It was amazing. And then they took it out. But we don't have to talk about that. I loved it, man. The Mega Cluster spawns. Hopefully they can bring that back for like special events, or like what if there was like an event during the year where there was like an increased spawn radius for Pokemon? Just make everyone happy, you know, just have it for like a 3-day event. Just increase spawn radius for Pokemon. I loved it. It was amazing. If you were able to play when that was a thing, you know how good it was. We got a couple new features last year which were pretty nice. We had the showcase feature, the extra large and small Pokemon, the routes feature, party play, some fun features that I'm happy are in the game. I just think they need a little bit more work, but I'm glad they're here. Showcase showcases, great rewards, fun opportunity to compete with your community. This was our first full year with extra large and small Pokemon, and it's just awesome because it's a new tier of rarity with Pokemon, and I love that. Routes are fun because we have Zygarde, and it is something else to do, but it's just not really worth the time at the moment, so still waiting on some updates with that. Party play's cool too. We get to actually play with our friends on the map. We get a boosted attack and raids, but the rewards are a little lackluster, so if they could up that, that'd be a nice feature. But they're new features nonetheless. I'm not mad. And we can't forget about this. How about the ready up button? Dude, I remember when it dropped, I was in Japan and I saw a ready up button in a raid, and I was like, wait, what is going on right now? Is this real life? Yes, it was a brand new quality of life update that we've been wanting for years and years and years. It was a surprise drop. It was absolutely amazing. So happy we got it. Better late than never. I will say it would be awesome for that to be an option when you're doing like a tier 1 raid by yourself. I don't think I need to wait 200 seconds to take down something in 5 seconds, but I'm glad we have the ready up button. That was awesome. Oh, and we also got the Pokemon Go web store. So instead of purchasing coins in your app in the game, you can head to Niantic's web store website and buy coins off there. And there's actually a lot of good bundles on there, and there's great deals on Pokecoins. I have not bought Pokecoins through my app since this dropped. So if you're looking for Pokecoins or bundles, check out the web store. It's got some gas. Sometimes. You know what's an underrated bonus we got in 2023? Extra XL candies and rare XL candies for doing in-person legendary raids. Or actually, is it all raids? I don't know. But I know for sure with legendary raids, when you do them in person, you get XL candies and rare XL candies, and that's awesome. They're some of the most, if not the most useful items in the game. They can really help make your Pokemon way stronger, way bigger, way better, and they're way more available now than ever, so that's nice. And one of my favorite things about Pokemon Go in 2023 was the introduction of shadow raids. Now I know it's kind of a bummer that they're in person only, and hopefully that does change one day, but man, I love shadow Pokemon. They're incredibly strong, they look incredibly dope, and there's a lot of rare, beautiful opportunities for shiny shadows. We saw some amazing debuts this year, like shiny shadow Mewtwo. Oh my gosh, that took me like 100 raids to get mine, but I finally got a shiny shadow, and it was a 96%, and it's the best Pokemon I own. Absolutely legendary moment. Love shiny shadow Mewtwo. We also had shiny shadow Lugia, which was available for 2 days as well. Wasn't able to get my hands on that. We also got the shiny shadow Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres that came out this year. Don't have any of those either because they're hard to get, but shiny shadow legendaries became a thing, and what's better than that? Not really much, so that was amazing. Hopefully they're more available this year because again, we only had a Mewtwo weekend, we only had a Lugia weekend. We need more than just a weekend, and they need to be more doable. And speaking of shiny shadows, how about shiny shadow Pokemon being available from grunts? I believe this was a thing before last year, but not really. It was just very infrequent, or maybe it was an accident, but it became a full-blown part of Pokemon Go last year with the starters being available from grunts. Shiny shadow Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur. We also had some random Pokemon like Grimer. I think Cubone was available for a few days, and like Lapras. I don't remember if those were accidents or not, but shiny shadow Pokemon being available from grunts is always awesome. They're easy to do, and they're great, and they're super rare. But after going through all that, man, it was a great year. Again, I know there was a lot of downs, a lot of rough times, but there was also a lot of amazing things that happened that we talked about today. Let me know in the comments, what was your favorite thing that happened in 2023 in Pokemon Go, both as a whole and for yourself. And I also made another video called the worst things that happened in Pokemon Go last year. If you guys want to check that out, that's a great one too. It's a little bit more sad, but you know, we had to talk about it. 2023 was one of the craziest years, if not the craziest year in Pokemon Go for many different reasons. Hopefully 2024 is a lot better. I was trying to cross my fingers. Hopefully it's a lot better.